Welcome to this week's episode. Today we're going to be recapping World Finals for 2024. This happened just this weekend, or last weekend.
Last weekend me and Owen competed at the WNL World Championships, and we are going to be talking about everything that happened there, pretty much. All the courses, the discipline circuit, the whole event, and all the ninjas that were there, and it's going to be so great. I really hope you guys like this episode, and we'll see you guys after the break. Kaboom!
Mommy,
Yes, honey.
can I get Spotify for my birthday?
Why do you want Spotify for your birthday?
I want to listen to Ninja Talk with the Bunny and Frog. There are new episodes every Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern.
In that case, of course you can. In fact, let's listen to it right now.
Alright, everybody, we're back. And this week, me and Owen competed at the WNL World Finals, and we're going to chit-chat with each other about what we thought of the courses, what we thought of the entire event, some of our strategies, and all these other things that go along with the event. So Owen's going to kick things off. Owen, fire away.
We both did all three courses, so
Yeah.
Which one was your favorite?
Out of the three courses, so stage one, definitely that was my favorite one of the weekend. It's the only one I full cleared, so definitely that's my favorite. But I definitely think the best course was stage three.
Yeah, stage 3 was really
Like,
was fun.
last year I thought stage two was a better course than stage three. I really like stage two, but stage three this year was so cool. Like, it was a perfect balance of, like, not too hard to start, not too much on the fingers, not too much, but yet you still got so pumped, and by the time you got to the cliffhanger bend, I was so tired. Like, it was really interesting just the way it all worked in the end. And, like, of course I ended up falling on Brad's Corner Part 2, as a lot of other people did. That was definitely a really cool obstacle. And, I felt like everything just felt so nice, too. Definitely, like, stage one was pretty cool. I like stage one. Stage one was fun.
Stage 1 I think was my favorite.
Yeah.
I think it was the best
swords were
stage
so much
one.
easier than I thought they would be.
I feel like it was the best stage 1 that they've...
You think so?
I think so. Because
I liked the one 2 years ago.
2 years
The one
ago
with
was
the
pretty
propellers and the one with the double dipper, the aerial barrels, and
that
the
one was pretty
spine,
fun.
like the bullseyes.
But this one was... I like the... that it was just really fast.
Yeah.
And
This
there was
year-
no... It was, like, really flowy. Like, you didn't have to
Yeah.
stop anywhere.
This year, the swords, the swords were definitely something that I really expected to be there. I think everybody really did. They were hyping it up. DGS and WNL hyped it up a lot on their websites and on social media. So, definitely came prepared for that. And then the Beatles were something never seen before.
Yeah.
And what'd you think of those?
That throwback one was fun.
Yeah,
It was pretty tough.
you had quite a wicked peel out on
I
that.
did have a nice peel out on that one.
If I only peeled out a little bit farther, you might have made it to the platform. No, that's great. No, definitely stage 3, I think, was the hardest course, I believe.
Yeah, that one.
Stage 2 was okay. It was like, I honestly thought, like, it wasn't that hard. Like, it honestly might be the easiest of the courses. I just forgot how to grab. But we don't talk about
The last
that.
obstacle was...
The last
that
obstacle was
pretty
tough. Yeah, I agree.
Last year's stage 2 was definitely easier than that one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, last year's stage 2 was...
It had, like, I think the
Yeah.
hardest obstacle in last year's stage 2 was
the
probably the
sky
sky
hooks.
hooks. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd agree with
And
that.
they were like 5-foot shades.
Yeah,
But for
it
the pro
wasn't that.
course, it was like 10.
Yeah, I agree. The teen course, like, I mean, we were in a different division last year, so comparing it, like, this year's stage 2 to the last year's stage 2 is gonna be a little bit different. But I definitely agree. Like, it was really, it was a tough course, I think. Still, though, stage 3 was definitely the most fun.
Yeah.
So, along with the courses, just a room, we'll call it over. We had the discipline circuit, different from last year. They changed the skills format and moved it into more what they called the discipline circuit, which went over the 3 main disciplines of ninja, tech, endurance, and speed. So what'd you think of that in comparison to the skills format from last year?
I like the discipline one more.
Yeah.
I wish they would have, like, the speed course would have been a bit longer.
Okay.
And they would have had, like, maybe, like, one more obstacle in there.
I agree.
But
I
I
thought it
really,
cool that they
like
snuck a warped walls
yeah.
in there. Something that nobody would have expected
I
to
really
be at
like
Worlds this year.
I like the tech one. The tech one was really fun.
Yeah, the tech one was great.
And the endurance one, I also like that one.
I like the endurance one. I think my favorite part were those cliffhangers. Like not the first cliffhanger line,
one.
but yeah, the ones where you Lachey. That was great. That was fun. I just linked the entire lane. It was so cool. I loved it.
The last obstacle was pretty fun.
The last obstacle was great. I mean, the only real complaint I had with it is how similar they all were to last year's.
Yeah, they were all very similar.
Like the endurance was the same as grip pretty much, just like the drum hoppers were replaced with ropes, and that's about it, honestly, I think. And then the skills one, they made the quad steps smaller and added the and like change like the speed one was just basically they put things in a different order.
Yeah, I really like the tech one.
Yeah, much different from last year's tech as well.
Yeah,
last year's tech was a lot different, which I appreciate actually. It was definitely like the best thing about the whole discipline circuit. It's just how smoothly it all ran. Like
yeah,
they all
except for when someone broke the wall, but.
Yeah, somebody broke the wall on the speed course. They had to climb over walls, and somebody snapped the wall in half. Not intentionally, of course, but like that kind of slowed things down a little bit. But outside of that, things ran really smoothly. Once everybody in your group finished the discipline, walked over to the next one. Finished that, walked over to the next one, and then once you finished your final discipline, you were free to go. And then no, that was definitely like a really good really good addition, I feel like, and I hope they continue it.
So, Dax, what was your favorite obstacle in, like, the whole event?
Favorite obstacle? Okay. Lots of great obstacles, actually. Like, I loved all the new ones. I would say the swords, but they were actually quite easy. I expected them to be a lot harder, but they weren't that bad. So, it's a debate between the Beatles. No, I think it's the Beatles.
Me too.
I really like the Beatles.
Fun. The throwback one?
I really wish we had to do the reverse grab, like the pros. Oh, that would have been so cool.
Oh. It was nice to see, like, a hard obstacle for stage one. Like, the throwback. Like, it wasn't, like, insanely hard, but, like, there was only, like, 40 full clears.
Like, for some reason, I was really pumped when I got there. Like, on stage one.
Yeah.
So it was good to, like, have to make that throwback. Even when you were tired, which was really good. I didn't get to try the thunderclaps, unfortunately, but those were definitely really good. I feel like those were definitely a great obstacle to end off stage 2. Yeah. Versus the dropping X's from last year.
The dropping X's were too easy.
I mean, but not for teens. Of course, we were preteen last year.
Yeah,
but like, yeah, I agree for sure. Definitely a much bigger upgrade. Which was really good. And in Redemption, I tried the vertical limit wheel, which was pretty awesome. I loved that one, even though I didn't get there. It was really awesome. What about you?
Stage 2 was really. I like stage 2. The guillotines, which is what you fell on.
We don't talk about those.
I like the guillotines. Man. The guillotines were. They felt like pretty nice.
Yeah. They felt really good until the last one, but yeah.
The gear was also new that we hadn't seen.
Yeah, that was interesting. I didn't. It kind of got like the pros. Phil Folsom broke the beta on it, so it became really easy for the pros. And then for us, it was really just like
pull the last one down,
grab the last one, and swing on it, and then it's just like monkey bars, pretty much.
Yeah,
but. It's still a neat concept if you like rearranged the knobs around. Yeah, it would definitely be it would be a really good thing to play for DJs to play around with. It's a great idea. So Owen, on day 1 when you got there for the opening ceremony for discipline, you can see all 3 stages because they're all already set up. Unlike last year, they had course based on age group. This year they had courses based on stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. So what'd you think? When when you were able to see stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and all the disciplines all on day 1. Like, got to the opening ceremony, they're all there. What were you most focused on when you looked at them? And, like, how'd you feel about getting to see them all? Like, did you, like, mentally prepare for all of them?
I didn't really prepare for all of them. I mostly just, like, focused on... I had my discipline on Friday till 11, so I looked at that until I was finished. Then I kind of looked at stage 1, planned it out, and then kind of wandered around and took, like, small looks at the rest.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely, like, what I did is I looked at discipline on Thursday night and Friday. I hardly looked at stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3 at all.
Yeah.
And then on Saturday, I just studied stage 1 like I've never studied a course before. and then stage 2, I definitely was able to walk through a little bit. I felt pretty good about stage 2. And of course, although one thing I learned is, like, I didn't plan on the guillotines, and then I fell on the guillotines. And, like, it's definitely something I should have done. And then stage 3, honestly, it was really straightforward what you had to do.
Yeah.
So, like, it didn't really take that much time.
They really planned out stage 3.
Like,
there was no skips you could do.
Well, except for that one.
What one?
You know?
Yeah.
And it's like touching the touch point on Brad's corner.
Yeah.
And then turning around and skipping the shay. And just leaping to the platform. Like, you know, like the angled cliffhangers that you had to shay to on Brad's corner part 2?
Yeah.
Do you see anybody touch the touch point to get to Brad's corner part 2 point? Go back onto the cliffhanger and jump straight to the platform?
No, yeah, other than that one.
That was the only real beta break you could do. Aside from maybe skipping the bear trap at the end. But nobody really got to the end.
Got to the end.
So, definitely a good course.
So, Dax, was there any obstacle before your run that you were really, like, stressing and, like, worried about?
The first one.
The first one?
The dropping quad steps.
Oh, that one. Yeah, Tanner was looking at that one a lot.
I don't know why I thought so hard about that. I was so scared.
They weren't that... Just like, had to, like, step, like they were.
They weren't that bad. Definitely watching, like, all the pros go down on the turbo rollers had me a little stressed out. Like, you have, like, the reigning world champ fall on the turbo rollers. Like, that definitely puts some doubt into your mind. But ours were locked. Most of them, at least. They still spun, but most of them were locked.
Yeah.
Some funny thing on the turbo rollers, I was told they were free spinning. They locked after, like, 90 degrees, and I was like, whoa! And then, yeah, it was really weird. I also spent quite a fair bit of time trying to work out the battering rams and how I was going to knock the door open.
Yeah. We just ended up being able to use our feet.
We weren't on feet. Oh, well.
On the doors, yeah.
Yeah. Before my run, the ref was like, remember, don't use your feet on the doors. And I'm like,
that was weird.
Okay. And I didn't use it. I smacked the battering ram into it.
Yeah, I didn't end up using my feet either.
Yeah, and then on the second one, I was planning to reach it, but then I had enough momentum that I just pushed the battering ram into the door, and then it came back to me, and I just went through nice and easy, which was really good. What about you? Like, did you have any obstacles in there that you were kind of, like, worried about?
I think the first one, until I saw, like, the first person do it, just fine.
Yeah.
And on stage 2, I was looking at, like, the guillotines.
Yes.
To figure out, like, how I was gonna...
See, that's what I should have done. Also, yeah, on discipline.
Yeah.
I also really thought about, the PVC, the boxes.
Yeah.
I saw a bunch of people do different ways to do that, and I had to really, like, study other people's runs to figure out the best way to go through that, which ended up being pushing it past the first box, jumping up to it, and lashing to the buzzer.
That's what I did too.
Yeah, that was definitely, I think, the best way to go about that one, for sure. So we spoke about the pros on the balance.
Yep.
What were your thoughts that 105 pros went out on the turbo rollers? Like, how did that affect your mindset for the turbo rollers? Did it make you overthink it a lot? Like, how did you go with that?
Definitely made me think about them more. But then as soon as I saw like a couple people before me went, I was pretty sure it was gonna be just fine.
For sure. Yeah, definitely the night before. It was stressful watching those pros. They were just like before the turbo rollers, I spent like the whole time just like, oh no, and then they'd either most of the time they'd fall, which was honestly quite sad. I really wish they were able to get through that. It would have been, definitely like the fact that so many strong ninjas went out on that. Like, it's like some people, like literally the best ninjas in the world, fell on the turbo rollers. The reigning WNL champion, the reigning like NSC champion. Blam!
I feel like they like made the turbo rollers for the pros. Weren't they all like free spinning?
All except for the last one.
The last one was locked?
I think the hard thing about that is that the first one was spinning.
Yeah.
So your first step, you didn't have quite a stable start. And that made it, and like that's what had the pros like they almost had to stop on the roller, and then it would tip forward, then they'd have to try to go through, and then by the time they're tipping, they've got to go to the next one, and it just did not work.
Yeah, and I definitely think they should have had like the first one at least like stop at 90 degrees.
Yeah, I agree.
And then I think like a lot more pros would have gotten through.
No, I agree with that for sure, but like, I mean, at the same time, they are the pros.
Yep.
Shouldn't be able to get through it. I mean, so definitely that's a tough one, and I definitely think a lot of those pros are working on like rolling logs and PVCs and stuff. For sure.
So Dax, what was your favorite run you had this weekend?
Oh, probably stage 1. Oh, I hit the buzzer, which was great. I had more than half a second to spare this year. So
you beat your record?
I beat my personal best there. which was great. Definitely a really fun course. I really liked it. I'm happy I actually did the move on the Beatles because a lot of people were skipping it.
A lot of people skipped it.
I'm happy that we full sent the Beatles. So
full sent the Beatle.
Full sent the Beatle. I don't think I've ever thought I'd say this word sentence. Full send the Beatle in my life, but it was really good. It was a really fun course. What about you?
I think it was my stage 1.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it was the best stage 1 I've done.
Yeah, like
I had a bunch of time left.
Yeah, just peeled out on the last throwback.
So what was your like most exciting run you watched this weekend?
Honestly, Nathaniel Hanvu stage 2. That was electric.
I didn't see it.
58 seconds he full cleared stage 2. That was so electric.
To get food.
Oh, it was so great to watch. Like, he linked everything. I think he took like 3 backswings in the course. Like, it was so cool to watch. I'm so happy for him. Like, and then his stage 3 was just so hype. Like, everybody there, like, they saw him get to the, like, when he cleared the I-beam and the board drop.
Yeah.
Like, he knew he was a world champion. And then he went through, he got the vertical limit wheel. He got most of the Pac-Man, and then the bar fell off. But it was so hype. It was so cool. I'm so happy for him. Like, I don't think there's any ninja that deserved that more than he did. If I'm being truthfully honest. Like, I compete against him a bunch, and he's just so good. It's definitely stage 2, though. I think it was. Like, he did it 58 seconds, and his face was like, what the heck did I just do? It was so great. What about you? You see any fun ones in there?
Well, I didn't see his stage 2, but I think it was like his stage 3 that I saw.
Yeah, his stage 3 was great. That was really hype. So, like, what would you rate the difficulty of each course this weekend? Like, you had, let's say, a scale of 1 to 10. Like, well, each course, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. What would you rate the difficulties of each course?
I think stage 1 was like a 6.
6 and difficult. Okay.
like 5 or 6. It wasn't like super hard,
Yeah,
but you also like there was a lot of spots you can get stuck.
I agree. Yeah, like definitely like one thing is definitely the cane. Like
Yeah,
the cane.
I got stuck on that for like 30
like
seconds.
people had to turn around, people feet slipped on the quad steps, people like
Yeah.
had to adjust their grip, and definitely that's a place where I think a lot of people got hung up. How about stage 2?
Stage 2, I think stage 2 is definitely harder than the last year.
I
I want to
agree.
say it's like 7.
7,
and a
yeah.
half.
I don't think the course was very hard until the last obstacle.
Yeah.
I mean, the kick flips, I guess. But like, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't too hard until that last one.
Yeah, I agree.
Stage 3, I think was pretty tough this year
Yeah.
with that whole cliffhanger lane.
I agree. Like, definitely, like, last year, I think a lot of people made comments about there not being any vertical limits and cliffhangers. And so Matt Bradley and company joined together at their meeting and was like, we're gonna put, like, 50 cliffhangers in this course.
Do you see the pros cliffhangers?
Yeah.
There was an angled one to an angled one.
Yeah.
And back down.
And, like, on a different, you went, like,
Yeah.
angled one to, like,
The
other
other
side,
angle.
other way angled one, and, like, a lache. It was nuts. Definitely a great event in itself. So
Yeah,
what
it
do you
was.
think of it? They were selling obstacles the whole weekend. They had the inflatable course. They had video games upstairs. And Ninja Tag. We don't talk about Ninja Tag,
Yeah.
but like, for those of you wondering, Owen
I rolled my
sprained his
pretty bad.
ankle before his
Before my
stage 1
stage
run
1.
doing Ninja Tag, and then. By the way, speaking of that, did you find that affected you at all on your run?
I didn't really feel it during my run.
Yeah.
I think it was mostly my adrenaline.
Yeah. Like, how about your mental state before? Like, were you worried about it at all?
I wasn't too worried about it.
Yeah.
I knew it wouldn't hurt during my run.
Yeah, I agree. So, but what do you think of the whole event? Like, the trick station?
It was really
and
good. I
everything,
liked it. It ran like a bit late on Monday. Not a bit late, but
bit?
it ran a lot late on Monday.
No,
like
we had
11
time to go to,
o'clock.
like, Olive Garden, come back, and, like, they were halfway through the preteen. Like, the preteens
Yeah.
that started on stage 3 went to Olive Garden, and they had finished wave 1 of preteen.
Yeah.
Anything else? Did you buy any obstacles?
I bought some axes from stage 4.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Every time somebody says stage 4, I'm like, there's a stage 4? I spoke to Josiah, for those you don't know, one of our teammates, and he's like, hey, you want to go check out stage 4? And he's like, there's a secret stage 4? And I'm like, no, the obstacle company. And he was so lost. It's so confusing. And did you do any runs in the inflatable course?
I did one
Did you win?
before I hurt my ankle. Yeah, I went against Tanner. I beat him by like 10
That's what I'm
seconds.
talking about, Owen. Oh, 10 seconds?
He got like stuck somewhere.
Did
Yeah.
Tanner slip in his face? You must have been moving. Well, that just about wrapped things up, but I think we all know what time it is.
What is a zombie's favorite ninja move?
A zombie?
Yeah.
Zombie. They don't seem like they can do ninja. But I don't know. What is a zombie's favorite ninja move?
A dead hang.
A dead hang? Because they're dead.
They are.
Are
zombies dead
Are
or are they
zombies
half
really
dead?
dead? Like,
Are zombies
Maybe it's a
dead
half
or like
dead hang.
half dead?
okay, whatever.
Half dead.
That's pretty clever. I like that one. Where'd you get that from? Emma's Secret
Uh,
Supply of Jokes? Or,
No,
like, what's
from Air Riley.
Oh, nice. Yeah. No, she's good at, she gets coming up with jokes. It's great.
Get some good jokes.
Hey, Riley, if you're listening, thank you for the jokes. And if you got any more ideas, just get your dad to DM us, okay? Well, that just about wraps things up. Thank you guys for listening. And if you were at WNL Worlds, what do you think of the whole event? And definitely great event, and definitely looking forward to seeing you guys next week. Adios.